about. Go ahead, Woody.
I saw a
If
video.
you have any questions,
Here, I saw a video of your girlfriend. She seems lovely. How did you guys meet?
So we've been doing these RV trips, right? So basically, this guy named Casey. I'm not going to get into him, but he's an awesome dude. Lives in Southern California. He's really so he's willing to throw money at events and just cool stuff, and having streamers get together and do amazing stuff. Right? He does when he streams. He does PTS. He literally does it for the fun of it, right? So this dude bought us an RV, and it was me and Bjorn. I don't know if you guys know
We know Bjorn.
I love Bjorn, man. That's my brother.
Everybody does,
dude. Yeah, and when people talk about like, hey, what did you think about this concept? To me, he's like, fuck that. Half is like, I love it. But when it comes to Blade and Bjorn, sorry for talking third person, they're like, yeah, do that. Like, you guys, we have fucking, it sounds gay, but we have fucking chemistry. Like, we get along.
It does.
Anyway,
sound gay,
you're right. So me, Bjorn, and then this guy named Captain Content, who's part of this, and then we were going to pick up other people along. So we go up through San Francisco, and while we were there, this Becky was a viewer, and she was like a Discord user in like, I think, Captain Content's thing, you know? And Mando. Now, Mando is this homeless guy who's like proud to be homeless. And he goes on his Instagrams like, hey, we can't really maneuver the RV around. Anybody can pick me up and like take me to like some clothing. Well, Rebecca was like, okay. She came, picked him up, and then like took him to a couple stores and like brought him back. And as she came back, she had like little gifts for us. Got some fucking drinking glasses for Bjorn. Got a fucking captain hat for Captain Content, and then got me 4 packs of Newport. Smoking's bad.
She knows her audience.
Yeah.
No, smoking's bad. Now, it's not because I can't buy some Newports. It's because I can't buy Newports. They don't sell menthols in San Francisco. I was going, and so she brought 4 packs to me as a gift, and I was like, "Oh, thanks."
So I'm
and when I met her,
keeping up completely. There's a lot of characters in this story, but your girlfriend brought you cigarettes.
She wasn't my girlfriend.
This
is how she became my girlfriend.
Okay.
So then after that, we go up to Sacramento and we meet up with these dudes that are fans, and one of the guys is an ex-prisoner that literally got so drunk that he lost his fucking denture. And the dude's a wild, crazy guy. We had a great stream. And then we go up north through Seattle, all this other stuff, and then we end up coming back down. Well, as we were coming back down, Captain Content, who's a streamer, was like I don't want to go to those guys' house. Those guys are going to kick my ass. And we're like, okay, well, we're going there, so figure it out. So this dude puts out like all points bulletin, and the girl, Rebecca, my now girlfriend, it's like, hey, I can come pick you up, you know? And so she picked him up. They went and did some streaming for like 2 days, but she was really trying to meet the whole RV. She wanted to take the RV to David. Well, Captain was super protective of her and like made it sound like they were like together. And she's like, no, I literally helped you out and gave you a ride, dude. Like, stop talking like you're my like we're a couple. Like, knock it off. Super uncomfortable on stream. He was just being weird. And then he didn't want to bring her around because he was worried that I was going to take her from him. But she was like, I'm not yours anyways, and I have a say in the matter, so you acting fucking. So she meets up with us and says, hey, tonight, let's go meet the Dave & Buster's, this and that, right? And I didn't get the address from her, or I didn't get the exact location because there's a couple different ones. So as they're leaving, I'm like, hey, Captain, call me when you guys are there. Just send the directions now. He's like, okay, sure. This dude turns off his phone, they drive like the hour over to where the Dave and Buster's is at, and they're at the Dave and Buster's, and she's wondering why we stood them up. But
Captain
the whole time,
Cockblock.
Captain Cockblock, right? So the whole time we're blowing up his phone, but it's going straight to voicemail, and I actually go on his Discord, and he's talking in Discord, and I'm like, dude, pick up your phone, and then he leaves the Discord, and I'm like, what the? So me and fucking the driver, shooter, end up getting a hotel room. I do a drunk drive. So during the stream, we end up doing my phone number's okay. I have
phone number's leaked. Did you say
my phone number is leaked?
Okay.
At one point, I went to Verizon, and they told me that I had over 8,000 non-contact calls made in less than a month. Like my numbers, people spam in the chat. It's been linked for years. I don't want to change my number. I don't want to hear terrorists win. So I feel like I want to hold on. Or there's maybe this weird person out there that I want to get a hold of someday that doesn't have, and I want them to be able to call me.
Have you had the same number for 10 years?
Yes.
I have your number. All right, carry on.
Okay. So basically the stream was like saying, fuck this hotel stream, do call in. And I'm like, call in suck. Because it's literally people calling in saying the N-word, people calling in saying that, oh, you're a rapist, and people, just talking shit. And then a couple times people want to call in and just have a conversation. For the most part, it's pretty fucking AIDS. So I'm doing the stream, and they're like, yeah, dude, why are you with Captain? I can't get a hold of the Captain and all this other stuff. And so then finally I end the stream, and I start getting these text messages, and it's from Becky. And so I'm like, hey, damn, Becky, like what? She's like, can I call you? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. So she fucking called me, and she was like, hey, listen, I know you guys didn't ditch because obviously I watched your stream. Captain just turned off his phone and didn't want you guys to hang out with him. And I was like, oh, well, we wanted to hang out with you. I still want to hang out with you. Like, Shooter wants to hang out. I'm like, let's party. Let's have a good time. It would be a good end to the fucking... And so she's like, okay, well, let's meet at the Dave & Buster's tomorrow. And I'm like, is Captain with you? She's like, no, I was pissed. Kicked him out of the car, and he has some fucking hotel. I was like, cool. So the next day, it was kind of a biblical stream, but it was a stream with me and Shooter and Becky and a couple of her girlfriends. First at Dave & Buster's, and then at Dave & Buster's, we went to a hotel. So the whole internet thinks that I like cut Captain, like I took his girl.
Captain cucked.
Yeah,
I Captain cucked. And I went along with it because I was getting really pissed, dude. Like,
of course.
He had done a lot.
Because you're the bull in this
really
story.
Yeah, he was a dick.
Imagine
the
that.
whole stream. He made fucking everyone quit. He made Bjorn fucking go back to Denmark because he was
That's epically dickish.
epically dick. And so I played along with it. I was like, okay, yeah, cooked this girl. Anyway, so we go back down to that was the end of the trip, right? The trip had been going on for a month and a half. Shooter needed to get back home. So we go back down to where we parked the RV, and I decided to take like a 3-day fucking relaxation day. So I know it sounds really ridiculous, but I fucking kicked it in the RV for 3 days. I watched The Office. I enjoyed myself. And then I hit, and I was like, okay. I hit her up, and I was like, what are you doing? She's just like, nothing, I work, but I was like, I was wondering if I were to drive up there, could we hang out and see where this is going? Because we really hit super strong in the hotel, like really hit it off, like amazing. And he was like, I just gotta let you know, I got kids. I was like, I would think you're crazy for being. I would think you'd be crazy for being a 40-year-old woman that doesn't have kids. That makes. She's like, as long as you know about that, cool. So I drove up to Sacramento, came in, we hit it off like crazy, and now we're exclusively together, and I live with them.
Oh, very nice.
How long
You know,
you
my
guys together
favorite.
now?
You mentioned
That didn't come through. Say it again.
A couple.
Couple months.
Couple of months.
Couple of months. Okay.
Yeah.